Hi, my name is Eva. I work as an innovation leader for Research and Innovation Department here at Keune. And today I'm going to tell you about the most common scalp issues and how Keune Lab comes with a solution when it comes to targeting the scalp needs. What is really important to understand, and we're going to elaborate more during those webinars, during this trended trainer. So what is really important to realize is that the journey towards healthy hair actually starts with a scalp care. So I think it's really smart just to start with a list of the most common scalp issues, scalp concerns. So I'm going to go one by one. I think that the most visible one will be flaking, and flaking can be caused both because of the scalp dryness, but also because of the dandruff. Another quite visual scalp issue is oily scalp, and this is caused by the overactivity of the sebaceous glands, which are producing too much sebum. The next scalp issue, scalp concern to talk about is the hair loss. And the last one is the sensitivity of the scalp. And why we are talking about that? We are talking about this, of course, because the Keune Derma range was designed to target all of those scalp issues and let you grow beautiful hair. The question that I get a lot is actually, can you eliminate a scalp issue just by shampooing? And I decided just to make a slide out of it. Whatever the scalp concern, scalp issue is, my advice is always to start with the exfoliation step. And then answering this question is actually, it really depends on the nature of the scalp issue. So cleansing action that's provided by shampooing, it might be sufficient for a scalp that is experiencing the issues such as dandruff, such as oily scalp, because then the goal is to purify and to cleanse the skin. But there are a lot of scalp concerns, such as, for example, the hair loss or dry, itchy, sensitive scalp. And for those type of issues of concerns, it's not enough just to shampoo the hair. So you really have to go for appropriate leave-in treatment for, depending, of course, on the scalp issue, for extra moisturization or for way more effective active penetration. So now we are going to go one by one with each scalp concern that I listed in the previous slide. And I'm going to tell you why is it caused and what is our solution, including the technology. So let's start with the oily scalp. In general, the greasy hair, so I think if you're thinking about the oily scalp, it's going to equal to the greasy hair, and this is caused by the overactivity of the sebaceous glands. So these are a type of place when the full sebum is being produced. And this is, of course, below the skin surface of your scalp. And sometimes a type of a disorder happens that there is too much sebum being produced. In such a case, so how it's going to result, the oily scalp will then attract the dirt way more easily. What you see, of course, is that the hair tends to really stick together. But then, in general, the scalp environment is in imbalance, and it's prone to many disorders. Usually, the dandruff comes from the oily scalp, but I think it's still a quite positive possible side effect, because if this sebaceous gland is clogged, then it can also affect the full hair root. So it will cause not only the dandruff, but also this excessive hair loss. For the oily scalp, we came up with the Derma Regulate shampoo. And it's designed, of course, to help balancing the oily scalp and preventing this excessive sebum production in order to restore the natural function of the scalp. So the complex, so Derma Control Complex, is based on two ingredients. It's biosulfur and beta-ines. Beta-ines are actually a type of a very mild surfactant, so they will clean your scalp, your hair, in a very deep yet gentle way. And this biosulfur, it's a type of element, sulfur, but this form is really absorbable. So of course the scalp tissues are able to absorb the biosulfur, and it will target the sebaceous glands and will regulate this production of the sebum.